Good afternoon, Quadcopter 101 here, and it's a beautiful day out here in the desert at the end of January. What is today? January 24th. What I got for you today is a neat hexacopter. This is the LiDi RC L6W, also known as the RC126F version. What is this version? Well, it includes 5.8 gigahertz FPV system. It's one of the first toy-grade hexacopters that I've seen or have flown yet that comes with a 5.8 gigahertz FPV system. Now, why would you want 5.8 gigahertz FPV over, say, the cheaper Wi-Fi FPV systems that you see? Well, it's because 5.8 gigahertz does not operate on the same frequency as the quadcopter's controllers. All those other versions that you see with 2.4 gigahertz FPV systems, actually that are called Wi-Fi FPV, that work with your cell phone, those aren't very good. And the reason being, that frequency, Wi-Fi, operates on the same frequency as the controller of these toy-grade quadcopters. And because of that, it reduces both the range of the controller and the range of the FPV video. What works best and what most people use for FPV is 5.8 gigahertz, and that's what this one comes with. Since it's 5.8 gigahertz, no interference with the controller. The range of both of these should be close to 100 meters, hopefully, for these toy-grade FPV flyers. So what we're going to do today is, first off, let's go over the hexacopter real quick. Again, this is a 5.8 gigahertz FPV system in the camera. The hexacopter itself has very pretty night lighting. It has a nice sheen. This black sheen actually shows up kind of like greenish black. I don't know if it's showing up on the video or not, but it's very pretty and very sleek out here in the sunlight. But also the quadcopter comes with a battery. It's 3.7 volt JST red connector battery. It's 800 milliamp hour, so it should have plenty of power to power this quadcopter and the camera. The camera, or the receiver system that comes with this, does not come with an antenna. The antenna is built in, obviously, into the receiver screen itself, but it does not have a power supply inside there. It is powered by the batteries of the transmitter via this little plug here. This plugs into that, and that powers the screen, so you don't have to worry about recharging the screen. It's already charged. The quadcopter, you can activate the quadcopter's camera to start recording video by holding down this button for 2 seconds, or just pressing it quickly for it to take a photo in the air. You can do flips with this hexacopter. I got to remember to say hexacopter, by pressing this button here and then telling it which direction to flip. It also has Headless Mode, which you activate by pressing down on the throttle stick, and it will enter and exit Headless Mode for each time you press it. And it has one key return, which you activate by pressing down on the pitch roll stick. You can change the rates from beginner, intermediate to expert by pressing down on what would be the throttle trim button. And you can turn off the lights on the hexacopter by pressing up on the throttle trim button. And I'm going to do that today to save power on the hexacopter. Let's go for a flight of this FPV flyer. I am going to include my sunscreen with a little Fresnel lens in there, and also with a camera inside, so that you'll be able to see what I'm seeing while I'm flying FPV. Hope you enjoy this flight. Okay, I have my FPV screen and my sunshade attached to the FPV screen. I'm turning on the hexacopter with its on-off switch, pointing it in that direction. That'll be our headless mode direction, due north from here. Turning on the transmitter and verifying that the screen is actually on. You can probably see that screen right now. And I'm pressing down on the video recorder for 2 seconds to start the recording. And I'm not seeing the number. Oh wait, you got to bind this first. Okay, the quadcopter is now bound. Now I think I can record. Pressing down the video record button. And I have a red recording numbers, so I am recording. Let's go for an FPV flight. Also, before I do that, let me turn off the lights and increase the rates. We'll start off with intermediate. Here we go, folks. I am flying totally FPV. And my wife and dog are with me here today. There I am down there. Increasing the rates even more. Because there's a breeze coming from behind me. And I'm cutting back on the throttle. I'm a little bit high. Pushing far forward. Hold on, folks. I just came down behind the car. Hey, hon? I could use your help. Well, I got my wife out of the car. I want her to record this too. I need an observer, in other words, while I'm flying. And we're recording again, and off we go into the Wild Blue Yonder. One more time here. Going FPV in again. More power, more power. Here we are. It is a nice FPV flyer, I gotta admit. This Hexacopter. Turning, turning, turning. There we are. Let's go over toward the road there. And remember, you got to stay within 100 meters with these toy grades. They're kind of short range. But there, I'm going to use that road as a reference there. Turning, turning, turning. Whoa! Went out of range for a second there. Better turn, better turn. So I don't want to go out of range again. But I am full FPV with it, folks. Let's get down a little lower with it. It's doing a good job as an FPV flyer. Whoa. Almost, huh? Let's go up. Let's go up high. And do a rotate. Checking out its camera. Okay, now it's reducing throttle. There's our beautiful mountains here. Cutting back on the throttle. And doing a rotation descent. Where the heck are we?
Above us.
Directly above? Okay. See, that's why it's good to have an observer, folks.
Oh, it's coming down. That's it.
Out of range. Let's go get it. Still in one piece, I think. Okay. We still got more flight time on this thing. That's enough FPV. I'm going to take the hat back from my wife. Sorry, Ed. Thank you. Okay, I'm stopping the FPV part of the flight here. I want to demonstrate its headless mode and one key return. That's why. And we're going to start up the Hexacopter one more time, pointing in that direction there. Also, I want to demonstrate its maneuverability. Binding, going to higher rate, and let's see how stable it is. Let's see, can I trim it? The trim buttons don't seem to be doing much, but let's go out, go in the expert rate, see how it is maneuverable. Trying to see if it can flip, but the lights are starting to blink, so that means it's getting low. So let's do the headless mode real quick while we can. And this is headless mode, back, forward. Now one key return. Here's the one key return. One key return works very well. We're still in headless mode going out. Let's go out far. One key return. One key return works very well on this. Does this do flips? I don't think I got power for flips though. How about if I hold the button down? No, not enough power for flips right now because of previous flights. One more time with one key return. It works so well, I'm going to do it. And we're running out of power. So we demonstrated headless mode, one key return. We demonstrated FPV flying with it. It is a good FPV flyer, I got to admit. I enjoyed that. It's a good trainer, but does not have altitude hold. So this would be more, the next step above altitude hold flyers. If you're getting ready to transition into racers, this would be a good one probably to practice with before you go into the racers, because it doesn't have altitude hold and you'd have to maintain that altitude yourself. So again, this is the LiDi RC L6W, also known as the RC126F. Enjoyable flyer, I liked it. Hope you enjoyed this flight. Quadcopter 101, my rating on this is about 4 out of 5. And Quadcopter 101, signing out.